going on? Episode 132. The real truth behind misogyny. Well, I don't agree with the title, but we're going to work around it. What's going on? We got Brother Coach Ferg. We got the full house tonight. Coach Ferg, Brother Dapper, Elevated Cognition, Brother Lee, and the favorite, Just D. We're all holding it down like we always do every Thursday night. The Men's Live Barbershop, Evolutionary Men's Live Barbershop. And we're going to kick this thing off because, you know, we got a lot to do here, bro. So everybody feeling good, I hope. Can you hear me? Lee, can you hear me? We got to get Lee. I don't know. Dapper, your mic is up.
You're muted.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just setting up.
Okay, so we just missing Lee. Lee got his technical difficulties. Come on, play catch up. Let's go. Opening question. Fellas, why do they call it happy hour? Most people are not happy or already emotionally or mentally broken going to the happy hour. They should call it temporary pacifier hour. What do you think? Why do they call it happy hour? Nobody's happy going to happy hour, so I'm real curious. Why do they call it happy?
Hold on, why coach? Hold on, stop, hold on, wait up. Why coach like he ready to hit the field, bro? Yeah, man.
No,
you out there? You my helmet, coach?
Man, give me a helmet. I don't need no shoulder pads. I'm good. Give me a helmet.
No, he is missing a smoke jacket, yo. For real.
No, this is my alma mater, man. We went to the Final Four in the state this year, man.
Why he ready to hit the field on somebody? Like, yeah. So they come my way.
It's in my mind. You know, I'm gonna run over you and run it stiff on me real good. Carl, I give it a shot. I think it's evolved into that. I think back in the old white man days, they happy hour was stopping off at that little doo-wop on the other side of town and getting happy and going on home before 6, 7 o'clock. But as far as the modern time, I mean, people, I guess, usually, I thought we used to have this little thing on Wednesday nights, right? It was a happy hour on Wednesdays, and everybody used to show up, and we party for a couple hours, and they would serve free food. It was buy one drink, get 3 free. And believe me, man, every Wednesday night from 9 to 1:30, you talking 500-600 people, jam-packed, booty shaking, bumping shoulders. The music was good, and the drinks wasn't strong. They would just already have it, mix it where it was just right. Man, I saw everybody's auntie and cousin. Everybody over 21 was at that spot. And, but then this has evolved today. They don't dance. They stand around looking at each other, mean mugging, and take the fun out of being outside socializing, because you can network. Remember, y'all used to walk around with your little cards back in the 90s and you pass a little card. See, networking. Now, they ain't doing it. But it's the evolution of it. They a little slow when they come to socializing.
All right. What do y'all got on it? Because I've never, I know what it means, but I'm looking at people are not happy going to happy hour. I'm looking at it from the emotional and mental brokenness they come with. And they're looking for drinks to pacify whatever they're going through. So I just always wanted to ask that question, why they call it happy hour. People are not happy when they go there, much less when they leave there. It's the same problems that exist. So this is curious. All right, fuck it. Let's get back to the next question here. Have you ever dealt with a lesbian, a stud, or a dyke, and how was that experience? There's a method to this. Bear with me, guys. Have you ever dealt with a lesbian, a stud, or a dyke, and how was that experience?
Bro, what? I'm with a girl who.
I'm waiting on Carl to answer that shit.
But I ain't never dealt with one who currently is. That's crazy.
Come on now. All right, I gotta go individual because y'all messing me up. So, Just come on, plead the fifth.
If he pleading the fifth, we already know what time.
Plead the fifth.
So let's be clear. Let's be clear. Lesbian, stud, or dyke. You've never experienced that. I mean, ever dealt with it?
All three.
I can't hear you, brother.
You said all three. He knocking them down. You
Oh,
know what
okay.
love is, right? Still taking under there, boy.
Oh, okay.
He ain't turned out nothing but his collar.
Oh,
You feel
shit.
me?
All right. What about you, Dad?
Hell no.
I
thought
took
we were recovering.
I'm gonna say it like this. I took the challenge.
I ain't never been with no stud though, but there was a fine ass stud that I wouldn't.
I just say you say on my end. I took it when they challenged me. I said okay.
Okay. Hola. What's up, Kwame? All right.
That's about as far as it's going to go.
That's it.
Come on, Coach. Back in the day.
I never really ran across, paid attention to a female that lived that lifestyle until I was in the military, a little Mexican. She used to tell me about her ventures, right? And then I used to be like, man, like the women. And then a group of them showed up looking for her one day. And you talking about fine. I'm talking about, it was at least 6 of them that jumped out of that car, man. And I was at Fort Polk. Man, they were fine. I'm talking about dark skin, light skin. They had that body. I've always wanted that, that if I could say that would be a fantasy, to have five women who could just dismantle my body and go on about their business because they ain't really interested in me, but they did what they do as a woman, but no, I don't think I ever dated nobody like that. And we hanging out and she run up on one of her former lovers and they hugged up all in my face. I ain't never seen. I ain't been part.
Hugged up all of my face is crazy. Would it bother you? Because see, here's my thing, right? This is just a segue question. Would it bother you if your girl ex is all over her when y'all are out if that ex is a female? Because that shit wouldn't bother me none.
If I didn't know about it, if it just sprung it on me, I would, like, what's going on? But if I knew that she dealt that before, then if I saw her, I'd be like, okay, can she go with us? That's what I'd be trying to say.
Straight up. I mean,
she down, she good. So.
Boy.
What about you?
I've dealt with lesbians before, definitely. The dyke part.
Okay.
I would say on maybe 2 or 3 occasions in my lifetime, and that was like more of the equivalent of being a side dude to a lesbian couple.
What? So you was the stud?
No. I was the guy that
she was the stud.
Right. They was sneaking away from home. They were sneaking away from home to deal with the side piece, which is me. So yeah.
So in other words, you was a side piece.
Yeah.
Getting ran through by a stud. Yeah. Okay, I get you, Carl.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Damn.
Carl was the side piece.
He was a side piece.
He was the bull.
Oh,
he was a side
getting
piece.
ran through by a stud. The stud was coming over having you curled up in the bed.
Hey, wait a minute, Carl. Hey, Carl, who was doing the bending, man?
Of course they were.
Bro.
No, but see, this is the thing. The experience with them was no different than dealing with a heterosexual female.
Because they have a vagina.
Right.
They have a vagina.
No, but I'm just saying, as far as the intimacy, the sex, and all that, it was the same thing. It wasn't no competition. Let me put it that way. It was no competition. It was the same as if I dealt with a straight female.
Carl, did she show up over your house looking like you with that on your head? Did she show up over her sagging her jeans in the Tupac look? Because you dealt with a stud. So
see,
they studs dress like.
But this is my point, though. They wasn't in the masculine side of what a butch is, right? Because I had to understand the definition of these slangs and words. These females look fine as fuck when they got naked. I guarantee you. Most of these lesbians and dykes, when they take their clothes off,
one of them was the butch. One of them was the butch.
I don't know. I listen.
But when she pulled up, Carl, her mannerisms, her characteristics, did it look like you and me and just me?
No, it was more. I'm gonna be honest with you. My experience was more the tomboyish, if you want to call it like the Queen Latifah types.
Which Queen Latifah? Queen Latifah in Set It Off?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a what is it? That's the man. What are you talking about?
No. See, that's what I'm saying. The lesbians.
He said Set It Off.
Right, but you got to remember something. It was still the feminine nature, but the tomboy version of it.
The tomboy look, they look like the man. Okay, that's what I said. Now
more trying to, you got to remember something. They know how to cut that shit off when it comes to being around men. When it comes to females, they can be all of that, but when they get around a dude, that shit takes a vacation.
But God, it ain't around men. It's around the dude they want to give that box to. Right. The box is the box when it comes to a woman. They step outside their nature to act like that. That's why they so aggressive and so tempted, because that's not their true nature. They still have that same voluptuous piece of cake that's between their legs that they will give to a man. That's why some can be butch and all of a sudden they got a kid 10 years into it because they know what the nature is. People be defined their nature to live like that. It's just my opinion, but hey, that's why she came to you, because she pulled up over there with you with some jeans on and some work boots on. And when she took them clothes off, you ain't see no butch.
I saw all female, and it was damn. Whew. All right, so let me segue. Lee, you got any input in this, brother?
Yeah, a little bit, OGs. I mean, respect to the night. I don't know how I'm gonna be up here, but I think that's subjective versus objective, because at the end of the day, depending on your environment,
everything is.
We can't hear you. I can't hear you. Yeah,
depending on your environment, though, you got to realize that when you look at what we determine as a butch versus a female, the female, she's still a female regardless. She's a butch. She still got a pussy. Excuse my French. You can still penetrate that shit, still bust a nut, same way concept, no matter what you put at it. You know what I'm saying? So, but why I say subjective is because it's what you find attractive. Because like I just said, she still got a pussy. She still got a click. They can manipulate. She can still nut as a woman.
So, I can't hear you. Your mic is messed up.
Y'all hear me?
Can y'all hear him?
It was breaking up a little bit, but
your mic is low.
What you're saying is the attractiveness from a male perspective?
No, what I'm saying is that you got to realize that the terminology doesn't define the concept of what we're talking about, because again, a butch still has a pussy. She has a clip and you can manipulate. She can still bust a nut with a dick with your clip, right?
I get
same
that.
Concept. Hold on. The same concept. You can still bust a nut inside of her, correct? Whether she's a man or a woman.
Right.
How we look at it, right? That's right.
But for clarification purposes, it wasn't like you're standing there and you're saying, "Hey, she looked fine. Yo, why don't you come over here? Let me give you." It was more like they give you clear signals, clear conversations that says that regardless of what you think they look and whatever, they're interested in you in a certain way. So the girl that I'm talking, one particular one, she approached me. I didn't approach her. And it was more like it was understood what didn't have to be explained. Listen, young man, I'm interested. I just want to sneak away and experience man. and da 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 da. So will you be the one? And I said, all right, cool. So
You gave in that quick call?
no,
Even though she was?
it wasn't a
You
give
gave
in.
in that quick call? Okay.
It wasn't a give in. It was just. Hey, hold on. It wasn't a give in. It was understanding amongst, like if
you was reasoning with your dog. Where was that big discipline, Carl?
Yo,
Yeah, where was it at?
You fell for the lesbian homie, yo.
Where was it at? Where was it?
Bro, damn, Carl.
You fell for the lesbian homie. She said, yo, she's like, Carl, I want some of that. She's like, Carl, I want some of that. You was like, all right.
Come on, Carl.
it wasn't that easy, but okay.
Yes, it was, Carl. Stop it, man. Stop it. You just said it was.
Easy, but all right. And like I said, people
He just said it was, now, but didn't he?
He just told on himself.
Listen, I'm not even going to tell y'all.
He just told on himself.
Anyway,
You put your own foot in your mouth this song. Yo. That's why I got quiet, because we sit here listening. We sit here listening real close.
Listen, when you're familiar, when you're around the way everybody's familiar with each other.
Carl, stop it. Stop it, Carl. No.
Hey,
You didn't know her. You didn't know her.
No,
That's just the question.
No, I was familiar. No. Don't say I didn't know her. I was familiar with her because we all see each other and be around each other at the time in that environment.
Yeah, you saw her walking.
Scott,
you knew who she was when she walked up on you. You knew what type of lifestyle she was living.
She pulled a whole Rasputia on you,
but that's what I'm saying.
But
she pulled a whole Rasputia on you.
See, this is why. When you observe them and you interact and all of that, you know up front, but you're like, wait a minute, I thought you was into women. Obviously,
wait a minute.
You changed your mind right now.
You didn't ask her nothing about that. You saw her.
No, we did. Trust me, we did.
In after the first time y'all had sex, or the second?
No, even before the listen, I'm talking about before the sex even took place.
So y'all went out on dates. Hold on, y'all went out on dates, Carl?
It wasn't like going out on dates.
Did you take her out on the date, Carl, before you got them cheeks?
No, it wasn't going out on dates. It was private conversations away from listening ears.
Real private.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Did he just politically say that? Like
yes, he did.
Quiet.
He just changed the words. Yes, you see.
Away from listening ears. That's a date, nigga.
He changed the words real professional.
Hold on. Did she pay or you paid?
He did. Carl did. I guarantee he did. I guarantee it.
I'm glad y'all find this funny. I'm glad y'all find this real hilarious. So, anyway, let me get to my next one here.
I want to need to answer the question.
Let me get to my next one.
5 more minutes on this.
This ain't the answer the question. We're not doing a real session.
See how you trying to rush it.
I'm gonna make you feel better. When I did it, at least they switched teams when I did it.
Exactly.
You what?
She walked up on you.
Yo,
I don't listen. I can't sit here and say if this is your first time, if it's an experiment, or are you planning on retiring? It's just a conversation.
Yes, you can, Carl. You can't ask those questions.
Yeah, you sure can.
It's a conversation that needs to be had prior to anything physical, so I can have an understanding of why and what. That's all.
God, but you didn't have that conversation. You went straight to the yams.
No.
Come on, Carl, man. You saw her walking around. You saw her in some tight jeans one day and like, man, she got a fat old booty.
You already had in your head was on them baggy clothes, bro. You already had it in your head.
That's your narrative. That wasn't mine. So,
God, how old was you?
You had in your head what was on them baggy clothes, bro.
How old were you, Carl?
I was in my mid-20s.
Oh, okay. That shit sound like it was 2 years ago.
Brother.
I was in my late 20s. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me ask y'all something. Do you think a relationship with a bisexual woman is better than a straight woman, and why? I'm listen. This is a comparison. Listen to the question. Do you think a relationship Would a bisexual woman is better, or than a woman that is straight? That's all.
Why'd you feel the need to say that twice?
I like clarity when I open my mouth, so I want to make sure I'm understood, not just heard.
You say the same thing twice. Shouldn't you say it a different way? Maybe like.
Well, let Carl answer that first, because Carl, my answer is flat out. I know, never have experienced it, so you can answer that. I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead, Big Carl, Big K in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so in my experiences, the bisexual woman was easier to get along with for the part because I'm gonna say it the way I experienced it. It wasn't the level of being jealous, for one, wasn't there. Okay, because we're both looking at chicks. No big deal like that. Insecurities. Okay, it was just different. So I kind of related better and had longer lasting relationship with women that were bi as opposed to the straight. That's all I'm gonna say. In my opinion, in my experience.
Okay.
Yes.
This ties into the other question's last question. So my thing is, if it was better with the bisexual chick.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't tie into it because bisexual women date both men and women.
I know that.
As opposed to lesbian studs and dykes.
Man, listen.
But those lesbian studs and dykes, sometimes, not two of them, but sometimes they do relapse and like a little dick every now and then.
They do come over to Carl's house. They do follow up with Carl every now and then.
You feel me? That's it. Which makes them bi automatically, bro.
What's up, Carl? What you doing, big head?
Right.
You busy? I'm gonna come through tonight. That's what she doing, Carl. Okay, I get it.
Okay, but this is just the truth of the matter is some people don't know what they want with who at different times. There are lesbians out here that think they're lesbian, and they're conducting themselves like bisexual women by sleeping with men on the side. That's the point I'm making.
They are. What do you mean conducting themselves?
Conducting themselves. Yeah, they are doing it.
Listen, bro.
But wait a minute. But let me ask you something, Dad. But let me ask you something, Dad. Is that for them to decide and define, or us?
Us, the intelligent, rational people who are able to observe the behavior of the mentally depraved. Yes,
exactly.
It's never on them. It's always on us.
When as soon as they approach you with the conversation and the question, it's already on us.
So you're saying if a woman walks up to you and say, "I'm a lesbian," you have all rights to decide for. No, you're not. You're not lesbian.
No, I'm saying I'm one too. I am a lesbian too. I like women.
That's what I'm asking. That if a woman is saying, if a woman is. Listen, if a woman is saying she's lesbian, you can't tell her that she's not if she is saying to you what she's comfortable with.
Yes, I can, Carl.
White school for real.
Carl, listen, bro, it's a simple thing. I'm gonna give you a story. Two individuals. There was a girl one time when I was in my training class. She sat next to me. Girl, apparently she got fond of me because that's what happened when we were close. Okay, so now. What the trainer brings up the Sodom and Gomorrah, and I know she gay because that's what she told me. She told me she was gay. You feel me? And it made sense to me because she was overweight, she was ugly. So I figured she's just trying to cast the widest net as possible. If you buy, that makes sense. You nobody wants you. I get it. You making everybody shoot their shot. However, during the conversation, I was like, "Hey, yo, chill." You feel me? You might make her comfortable talking about the Bible because we know what the Bible says, and y'all know me. So she goes, "Oh no, I know what the Bible says. I know it's wrong." So now I'm curious. So I turn around. I'm like, "So you believe in God?" "Yeah." Okay. So if you believe in God and you know that it's wrong, why are you doing it? She goes, "Well, I've never been."
But see, that's the thing. You can't.
No, I've never been as a man. I just identify as bisexual, and that's what a lot of them do. They just
I get that. I understand. Listen, I'm agreeing with you on that point. That it's hard to explain or discuss logically. Oh yeah, I believe in God, but I believe in marriage with a woman. You know, it's kind of hard for a man logically to decipher how
Well,
you
no,
will
that's
go.
not even my point. My point was that
Just
she
turn your
identified
TV
as
down a
a
little bit.
lesbian and bisexual, but did
Flip
not
it.
practice it. She's never been with a woman,
TV.
never been with a man. So how are you a lesbian or bisexual if you've never actually took part in the act? It doesn't make any sense. You see what I'm saying? Same thing with this gay dude at the gym. Every girl I talk to, he want to talk to. I'm telling him like, yo, listen, bro. If you're gonna, if when these girls approach me, you're gonna approach me. You have to talk like a man. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you doing all of that. You gotta talk like a man. Get some testosterone. Get some bass. You know what the dude told me? Dude said he'd never been with a man before. So how the hell you get, bro? What are you doing?
But wait a minute. But if you, but wait a minute. But that's now I'm listening to you on a different note. And Lee, please help me out with this because you know definition is everything. If a person has slept with a woman, if a woman has slept with women before, and she classified herself as being a lesbian, but after 7 years, 8 years of dealing with women, one night she decided to say, you know what, I'm gonna try a man. We cannot tell her that just because she has that thought in her mind that she wants to try a man now, we can't say she's not a lesbian no more just because she changed her mind for that one night.
Yes, we can, Carl, because I promise you, if any nigga ever told me any time in his life he's gay, there's nothing he can say or do to remove the gayness from him. I'm sorry, Carl. I'm sorry, bro.
Hold on, that's ego talking. Lee, what do you Lee, what is your input, Lee?
Yeah, mute my mic, man. Mute my mic.
He frozen again. He be frozen.
He look like he's asleep. Anyway,
first of all, you just said that's your ego talking. If a dude, your man boy come talk to you talking about he sucks somebody's dick, that's he not gay?
Of course.
But what makes him gay though, Carl? Because he did it one time?
That's your ego talking, Carl. That's
no, but see, this is my point. My point is this. If a guy has been homosexual all this time and I see him with a woman and he goes back to the crib and say, hey, you know, we slept together. Nigga, you're still gay. I'm not going to look at you as heterosexual because you smashed allegedly a woman. Come on.
Yeah. But I think what you're saying is right. But I think just the mischaracterizations of the words gay and it's bisexual. If you go flip flop, I don't care if you did it 1 year, 2 years later, you just bisexual. And I think a lot of people.
That's the mind that's what I was observing. I'm observing people that are not they're definite about their sexuality, but there comes time when they have, let's say, some sort of doubt.
But Carl, let me ask you this question because this is a unique question.
That means they're not definite, Carl. I am definite because I will never be with them. I'm definite. They're not.
I feel the same way. But again, I just had a conversation with somebody. This is where the question came in because
was it a man or a woman? Did you have a conversation?
It was a lesbian female.
A man or a woman? I don't know. I don't care. A woman. Well, you know, if you
but listen to what I'm saying. The conversation kind of went left because she was speaking about the one time that she experienced a dude. And I said, well, that doesn't make you bi and that doesn't make you straight. Just because you snuck on the side with a dude, you're still a lesbian. I can't say that you're straight or bi because you had a one-off with a dude.
Carl, what? That's like saying I can't say that you stopped at a stop sign because you made the car lose all momentum.
Hold up, but could you have that same conversation with a man?
Right.
No, because I don't have no male friends that are homosexual. So I don't know.
That you know of.
Right, that you know of. Right. Right. Be backdoorian.
I don't have nobody I can ask that question and
well, you can't.
That brain.
I bet you can ask one of them old police officers because they listen, I done heard about them officers.
I just said I don't know anybody of the. Me personally, I don't have no males that I can say can answer that question because I don't know nobody.
So, Carl, what would you call the woman that you experienced that with? What was she? What category would she be?
I would still what she is, lesbian. I can't say she's bi because she slept with me doesn't make her bi.
Why not? Because she don't sleep. Look, Carl, she done slept with. This is the thing, though. Whether she sleep with you last year, Dapper next year, me just think she's bi. She just living.
See, that's the thing. I don't know that. I only know
because she slept with you. She's bi. Right, she like dick and she like pussy.
But you're assuming just because she.
I'm not assuming you had sex with her.
It's what you told us.
Come on, God, man.
Listen, just because she slept with me doesn't mean that she sleeps with guys ongoing. So I can't make that assumption.
Not that as you know of.
This is the
that I know of. Correct. So I can't.
I was trying to show you earlier.
She slept with you.
She slept with you. She's bi, bro.
Forever. So if she does a bi thing one time, she's bi forever. It's just how
I disagree. I can't call that. I disagree because I can't. Listen,
or you can't call it because until she tell you I'm bi, you gonna see her as a lesbian.
Correct. Or unless I see her interacting sexually with more than one man, that's why I can say otherwise.
Well, okay, Carl. Hold on.
So here's the all technicality.
So I can get it.
Hold on.
I mean, one at a time. I can only.
In all technicality, in black and white, she's bi.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this.
Hold on, Carl. I'll ask you a question before you ask us a question.
Okay.
How many times did you sleep with this woman? Now,
with that particular one, it was
yes. Okay, so it was more than one. But how many times did you sleep with this particular woman?
That was twice.
It's probably about 10, but just based on what you said, she's bi.
No, it was twice, and since then she still maintained the lesbian lifestyle.
But she's sleeping with other men too. Whenever she
I don't know about other men. I'm saying only my interaction. I don't know about other men because I didn't see no other men.
But she came back though. Okay.
I've never seen. I can't sit there and lie and say I've seen her with other men because I've never seen her with no other man.
But most people are bi. They just categorized gay.
And like I said, even after those encounters, she still maintained her lesbian status even up to today. So,
but lesbian is the umbrella of it. She's when it broke it all the way down, every now and then, you just fell in the line of what she was already doing before you.
Exactly.
You just one of those in the line, brother.
And you on the list. You are on the list right now.
Yeah, you're on the list.
Okay. Listen, I can only remember we can only speak about what we know, right? So I can only speak what I know.
Okay, remember that.
Let me move forward. So
yeah, please move forward.
I knew that'd be one.
What is
you fight every day?
What is it? What is an issue for parents? This is going to be complicated. What is the issue for parents setting their kids up to never have to work versus giving kids discipline to have work ethics? And I'm using Shaq and Merriweather as this example. Shaq requires his kids, regardless of how much money and how much I set y'all up, I still want y'all to go out there and work and earn your own keep. Where Merriweather set it up for his daughter never have to work again. The thing is, society is saying Merriweather is wrong for setting up his daughter to never have to work again versus Shaq setting it up where his kids got to earn their way to where they need to be.
You got to look at the difference between the two people. Shaq came up in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows what it is to work and struggle and have to struggle.
Right.
Shaq didn't come up in the streets.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. He came from a poor environment.
No, he did not.
He came up.
I gotta do this again.
He grew up in Germany and San Antonio.
Yeah, but all those schools that he went to,
He was,
they were good. They were public schools. It wasn't fancy
Right.
schools.
but it was the discipline of his stepfather that put Shaq
Yeah.
in that mindset.
But either which way, when he was living in Newark, he was in the streets.
But he was a kid, though. He was a kid.
He was a teenager.
Listen,
He been
Let me-
in teenage years in Senate. He was in Texas. His father was in the military.
They got tripped to Texas. Then he got moved over to Germany.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where he was.
But
You know,
they was basically down in the projects, growing up
As a kid, hold on, he was a kid, though.
kid.
He was a kid.
But he knows he knows the value of working.
Yeah, his stepfather gave him. His stepfather was in the military, so you're gonna instill that in a man. I think both sides are in a sense, but it depends on how Mayweather has set up the money for his child, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And if there's stipulation that she goes on and maybe go to college and everything and do something that's gonna bring her independence, putting into work, then more than likely I can see that happening. But if she's growing up in the mindset of just sitting around, going to the nail salon, wearing wigs all day, every week, going out flossing, then that's a bad mindset to teach her.
Yeah.
Shaq, because
that's the point. That's the point.
Supposed to be working hard, bro.
But what I'm saying is there still should be metrics that she should be accomplishing instead of just sitting around.
Why?
Not because all thing she's gonna do is blow through her money.
But see, hold on. That's the question. Hold on listen again. Shaq mindset is he wants his kids to grow up and work and earn.
Yeah.
Mayweather is looking at his daughter and saying, you never have to worry about money for the rest of your life.
Yes.
What makes one more right than the other? Because to me,
I feel like this.
right or wrong.
I'll say it after
That's what I said.
Listen carefully, Jeff, before I go on.
I
In
feel
my
like this.
opinion, neither one is wrong. Because if we're saying as adults, I want my kids to do better than I did, setting them up that never worry about money, working for the rest of their life is the ultimate. Why not? That's not bad.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not bad.
I feel like this. I don't want my kids to have to work hard for the rest of their life.
Thank you.
So my thing is, I'm going to do what I need to do. So when I do kick the bucket, all of my kids are good.
Exactly. Because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Here's the thing about money that we have to understand. Once you have money, now you no longer have to work with your hands because you can allow your money to work for you. Just because you don't work hard does not make you financially illiterate. The richest people in the world don't be working that hard. You see what I'm saying? It's like, there's a difference working hard and working smart. Now, here's the thing. In the black community, I just witnessed this in the black community, we always had it harder than everybody
in the background talking.
We glorify getting it out of the
Put it on mute.
Glorify the struggle. But when I'm around white people who come from money, bro, this is why they over here touching gators and hunting the most dangerous animals in the world, because see, they don't got to worry about rent. They don't have the mindset of how am I going to find money to fix your car, because they have the money set. Once you have the money set, now your money works for you. I'm not going to teach you how to work hard. I'm going to teach you how to invest. I'm going to teach you how to buy property. I want Coach, because I did the hard work for you. What was the point of me working hard if I'm going to make your life just as hard as my life was? What was the point?
And that's what I'm saying. Coach, before you take this on, I got to say this. That's what the Rockefellers was all about, if y'all remember.
Come on now, bro.
The Rockefellers never had to do no work because they were set for life 3 generations ahead of the time.
Generations, not just life. Generations.
Generations.
Eons.
No, let's look at it. Go. Let's look at it. Your daughter, her daughter, and that daughter never have to work it for the rest of their life. That's how much money you generated. That's crazy, bro. But there's nothing wrong with that. There's a difference between you have to versus you want to.
Exactly.
Super chat. Super sticker, White Podcast, 99 cents. Salute.
She sent the
We
dollar.
love that. Please like,
Ain't got
subscribe.
enough to pay the rent, can we delay the bills? Another dollar getting spent, another day to chill. I can't afford to play it safe, I gotta make a deal. It's gotta be another way, a Cadillac DeVille.
Thank you. Like, subscribe, bring some friends, please.
She got another one in there too, man. There you go. Salute White School.
Another 20 from White Podcast again, supporting
Ain't
Evolution
got
Media.
enough to pay the rent, can we delay the bills? Another dollar getting spent, another day to chill. I can't afford to play it safe, I gotta make a deal. It's gotta be another way, a Cadillac DeVille.
I love it. Thank you, White Podcast. As much as you like to rag on us, we love the contribution and we love your presence and we understand you really love us.
Okay, can I say this real quick? This is why black people don't really understand money, right? Because white folk, they make sure their kids are learning the business as they growing. And if they don't want to do that shit, you go out there in the world and you become a construction worker. They damn near excommunicate them out the wheel until they can prove that they are worthy of getting the reward. That's what they do different. That's what they do different. They don't just, oh, that's my baby. White people will make sure that whatever they got set up, there's stipulations. Tommy, you're going to graduate college and you're going to go into the family business. Oh, you don't want to do that, Tommy?
Additional. See, that's what you're throwing in.
But let me finish. Okay. Because if you got and this is the difference between the two. Shaq has conditional outcomes that his children must meet. So when they get to an age, that's when they'll get to the money. Right now, you work and make your own little money. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure you got that car. I'm going to make sure you get that free college, whether you get a scholarship or you want to go. But you're going to be working in it. That's the problem with us. We don't teach our kids. Listen, and I put money on this going down. If his daughter just sits around and wait for her to receive the money, by the time she's Dapple's age, she'll probably be broke. If he gives it to her, hold up. Floyd Mayweather don't know how to manage money. What y'all talking about? Floyd Mayweather, brother. Okay, well, you must not follow. You don't follow Floyd Mayweather. Do you follow Floyd Mayweather?
I follow Floyd.
He's already been locked up. He's already been talking. They already got him in the news talking about he owe all this money. So again, if he doesn't have the stipulations in there for your child,
and he's dealing with people that's fucking him over.
Exactly. So that's why you put the stipulation. Like, listen, Carl. Exactly. Like Justice said. By the time my child 30, they done got all the security that they need. Man, you ain't got to do nothing. Now you go travel the world. But if you let them just sit around from 12 to 29, 30, man, come on, man. All your money going to be gone. All of it. So Shaq is doing the best thing possible. And then you see,
because the number one stipulation that he got on for all his kids, they all got to graduate college.
Yes, because Shaq graduated college. He found and he set the standard. Now I guarantee, follow his kids when they in their 20s and 30s. Watch how successful they be. And follow Floyd Mayweather's daughter. She gonna be on YouTube. I'm doing that long wigs on and the bust is showing.
As we speak, I'm doing that with my oldest son. He calls me for money every week. I said, nah, you gotta go out there and get yourself a job. You in college. You gotta learn how to struggle, take care of yourself. I was like, because I told him straight up, I was like, I'm not gonna be here all the time, and your mom ain't gonna be here all the time.
But let me ask you a question. How I'm listening attentively, but Coach, you said something. By the time she reached Dapper's age, which is 40 years old, she'll be broke. How the hell can you blow through $1.2 billion?
Easily.
It's impossible. It's never been done. Stop saying that.
Listen to what you're saying. 1, 2. Hold up. Listen, I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not insulting. Nobody's intelligent. $1.2 billion.
It's impossible. You cannot spend
that. That make no sense, man. Bro. Floyd Mayweather, right now. Hold up. Floyd Mayweather, and this is what you got to. I don't think y'all even looking at the truth. His businesses are already ranked. He has the money over here from his fight. That money's sitting over here, right?
Yeah, that's separate.
So but what I'm saying is that's the money he's giving her. His businesses are going to be dissolved because business-wise, the man is already damn near broke. He's owing people outside of the country. That's why he just got back over here, because they held him incarcerated for a couple of months because he owed money. What I'm saying is,
straight. Let's say this: if he kicked the bucket right now, God forbid, his daughter inherits everything he has, his assets. His
No, she don't. No, she don't.
all debts are paid first, Carl. You know that.
All debts are paid first, bro.
First. All debts. You don't get no money till the debts are paid.
You don't get nothing until the debts are paid.
Nothing.
I can say this. I can say this.
Before y'all go, that is not how that works. When you have money, you set up things called a non-penetrable trust. It doesn't matter if you owe $2 billion, they cannot touch that.
Exactly.
That's why I keep telling y'all need to go get yourself some rich white friends, bro.
You think that's how that works? But
I know it's how it works because I've seen it. Bro, Google right now.
Who is
that's
talking?
not how that works, bro.
Hello. I'm hearing another party talking, and it's interrupted.
Who's talking? Is it me?
I'm hearing a third party talk. Every time y'all two, any one of us is talking, I hear a third party talking.
Then it's probably an echo. It's probably a reverberation.
Okay. Now, I didn't want to interrupt y'all, but I have to say this from a minister of a state. My father owed money. When I became a minister of a state, they were sending bills and notices, Capital One, all that bullshit. All I did was send them the death certificate.
That's it.
Whatever he owed, whatever he had in his bank account was mine. With a minister of a state, I filed his taxes. The tax return check came to me. Everything he owed.
That's what I'm saying to you, Carl.
Huh?
That's what I'm saying to you, Carl.
But I'm saying the first thing I had to do though was file and get a minister of a state.
Okay, yeah.
And once I did that, it's like being a power of attorney, but he's deceased. So
I know what that is.
But whatever he owed to any credit cards or whatever, that's dead. Here's the death certificate. That's all I got to do.
Yeah, that's credit cards.
That's credit card.
Yeah, he ain't had no lien on no house.
No. We're talking about money trust.
Yes,
but I understand what he's talking about. But I'm saying on a lower level of a minister of a state, he owes you money, not me. So everything he owns, I got. Any debts went down with him. You got to see him.
Credit cards, like bank accounts, you can get the money. But again, if let's just say, I'm thinking if you got some property, they can get your property if you own it.
Because I had to go to Maryland. And sell that off.
I'm telling you guys, look up this story with the Kennedys. Okay, somebody went to the Kennedys' house. They was visiting the White House. The cat scratched them. They sued the shit out of the Kennedys. The Kennedys had a trust. The only thing in the trust was the cat. So they sued them and won the cat.
Okay, but either which way, I'm talking about any other which way. Either which way, before we get, let's say, as a Minnesota state, before we get anything left of the money, Uncle Sam take their money.
What Uncle Sam is taking?
It depends on how the money is set up.
What do you mean what he's taking? Yo, all right, hold up. Let me ask you this. Carl, was your dad on Medicaid?
Was he on Medicaid?
On a house if he was on Medicaid.
No, because he worked 40 years. He had his.
And all right, so he didn't have no Medicaid, no Medicare, nothing like that, right?
No.
He had Medicare, but not Medicaid.
Yeah,
he'll have Medicare. He automatically gets Medicare.
Yeah.
You know you're supposed to get a check from them, right?
No.
Bro.
You're supposed to. That's what
I didn't listen. I don't. It's Social Security, Medicare.
It's Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. I get a check from all three of them for the rest of my life. From my mother.
Yep.
Because too proud, he ain't gonna do it. He too proud.
No, I didn't know that. It wasn't about being too proud.
A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that.
I didn't know that.
Go get your money, Carl. Go get your money.
You need to go look into that and get your money, bro. Because I made sure my mother worked for My mother worked for
retroactive. I got you.
My mother worked for Federal Reserve Bank of New York for 60 years. You think I ain't pick up all that shit that she was telling me?
Get all that.
Okay.
Get all that money. Every piece of wherever that you get money from, you can get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I know with Social Security, they said no because
they stopped Social Security. Social Security
because,
stops it unless she leaves you as beneficiary.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus I'm an adult. They only
What?
Plus I'm an adult. They only gave you a check if you was a teenager.
Yeah,
so if I was
and,
that would have been different.
And there's loopholes around that.
Okay, well,
no,
I'm telling you. Call me later. I'll tell you.
Now, in reference to your scenario with the Kennedys, right? I don't know why we're using the Kennedys who was dead before.
I didn't use the Kennedys. I used Rockefeller.
I didn't say you. I said Dap because they was gone. They was gone before we were born, right?
Yeah.
Only thing they had in that trust was the cat. That's the thing about a trust. You can allocate what you want. Listen, you have people can sue the estate that's just like having back. If I'm a contractor and you hire me to come in and do some work on your property.
Correct.
I come in there and do $20,000 worth of work, and you don't pay me. I ain't got to keep fighting with you. I can sue your estate. You think you're gonna sell it?
Yes.
With your trust, you got enough in your trust to cover it. Who gonna get paid first? Me or you?
I agree, and that is why what I said is they set up what's called a non-penetrable trust. It doesn't matter who sues or how much money you owe. No one can access the money outside of the person who set it up and the beneficiaries. And that's why I'm saying you got to get some rich white friends.
What if you get sued?
Wrong. The government can go right into that shit and take it.
The government can.
Yeah, government can go right into it.
Try that.
Bro.
Try that shit. I'm telling you.
Try that shit.
Uncle Sam already got his hands in that damn trust. They already ready just in case.
Now listen, at the end of the day, right? We know the government break laws all the time. What I'm trying to explain to you is by law, they cannot take it. But I know that the government breaks rules. The other day, I just saw a story about how they broke into all those safety deposit boxes.
Yeah.
Took over $20 million from them people.
Yeah.
I know the government can break some rules. All I'm saying is on paper, by law, they cannot do it. Now they can use the military, sure, but then they're breaking the law. See what I'm saying?
Right. You got to prove it.
At that point, you can do whatever you want when you're just not going to follow the rules. But if they follow the rules, a non-penetrable trust, get one, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to help you so much, bro. Bro, it'll even help not pay child support, bro. I'm telling you, man, get you some rich life. Bro, they put me on. Yeah, bro. What you do is you get your business under the non-penetrable trust. You set up an S corp, and then you make yourself an employee and pay yourself minimum wage. Because you get a tax document called the W-2, the court has to use the W-2. Now she only gets $75 a week. You greedy. But I only tell that to dudes who's really getting. I'm not going to tell that to.
Man, you tell that to dudes whose baby daddies. That's who you tell it to.
No. I tell it to good dudes.
Now you help a real dude out that's trying to be there for his kid.
Yeah, bro. When you get put through the ringer, that's when I tell it. Regular dudes who not doing it, now I'm not telling you that, bro. Pay your money. But the good dudes, a lot of women take advantage of good men that make good bread. You feel me? So who's like that? I get that information too, man.
But you gotta also remember they will come after every job that a man has if he has a child. They don't just come after that one job. You can pay yourself, but if you may have another good job, they're gonna take that money too.
That's why you set up the S corp and pay yourself minimum wage, bro. That's why you do it.
But again, Dap, like I said, I'm getting minimum wage over here, right? Mm-hmm. When they send out that order, it's going to my other job to pay me big money over here. The order's going.
No, it's not because they got to pick. They got to pick the main one that you give.
Look it up. Unless they change the law.
No, they changed the law. They changed
one state to another. They will send that order out.
They changed that shit a long time ago.
Okay, well, I ain't been on it like that, buddy.
I was on game a long time ago.
Hold on, let me give Coach a game so he get it real quick. Hold on real quick. Let me give him real quick. Coach, just what you do, right? When you are an employee, right? You're doing contract work.
Yeah, you're doing contract.
You have multiple jobs. You're still a contractor at each one of the multiple jobs that you have. So no matter which one of the three jobs you have, they might be paying you $100,000 a year, but the only thing that's getting paid to your business because it has an EIN, which is a social, which means it can be employed.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Okay.
So then,
Let
even
me-
though you're making that goes to your business,
Yeah.
and you only take the 32,000, and you can do
All right,
all
let me all right, kill with the secrets.
shots you
Kill
want.
with the secrets.
Can I segue into
Go
this?
ahead, segue. I just wanted to
All
make
right,
sure the
so-
men had the game for real. Ladies, stop
Because
getting me.
because this is all for a reason. So follow me, please. Cheating after signing up, your marriage papers. Now, because there's federal law backing, you will be arrested. Meaning, if either spouse can prove that you're cheating, you can be arrested.
Yeah.
That's not for all states.
That's not going to stick.
Not all states, but that's why I was getting into what I was saying
That's not
before.
gonna
That what Just and that was just talking about. There is a difference between state government making up their own executive orders and rules versus the federal level. When the feds set a rule, that supersedes the state. This is one of those that's being introduced on a federal level, not a state level. So what do y'all think about, once you sign those marriage papers, dog, if your woman or if you catch your woman cheating, it goes for an arrest. Do y'all think that's a good idea? Do y'all think it's long overdue?
It's a good idea just as well when like you're doing in Delaware. You can't put a dude on child support unless you show me every month what you're doing with the money.
Okay. Dap?
That's fair enough. I'm going to say no. It's going to collapse the economy because so many women cheat more than men do, and they don't get caught. So what happens is if men now have, because you got to think, right? Right now, men, we're just getting fucked in divorce court. That's just what it is. If they make that rule, it is over, bro. It's going to no one's going to get married. It's going to destroy the economy, bro. So
Black folk ain't gonna get married.
that America right now can survive that. It's no different than Jamaica saying they cannot make mandatory birth tests at birth because they know that 86% of men raising children, it's not their kid. They said, yo, we would lose the women because they will kill all the women. It's over, bro. You can't. And then listen, why America's not going to do it? Because you're going to be losing too much work labor. People are going to be out of their jobs. They're not going to be able to work. America cannot sustain that stringent of a law right now. Maybe if we clean this shit up, we can introduce it. But right now, oh yeah, we're cooked.
Bro, if they put that law in effect,
it's
either
over.
which way, like with divorce, the only way a man gets fucked in divorce if he don't do his research.
Yeah.
Well, if it's coming from a federal level, it really has you don't have a choice attachment to it. All right. So what do you think, Coach? You agree with it? Long overdue? What?
I think it's all a play, right? I think it's a good thing. Why? Because, like Dap said, he already gave statistics. If 7% of the kids ain't the man's, then the women be cheating a lot, right? And wouldn't it be beneficial for a man? But see, here's where we come in. This is what the cycle we got to break. When the woman does us wrong, instead of just following the law, we crash out. We put ourselves in bigger jeopardy. Just try to be calm. Make sure you get your evidence. Take that shit to court. So when you file for that divorce, and look, call every attorney with damn near within your state and just say, hey, I want to know if you can handle my case, because they all give you free consultants. Call 95 attorneys, right? You ain't doing shit. Stay off of YouTube for a couple of days. Call 95 attorneys, right? And then when you file for divorce, the first thing she gonna do is try to get her a lawyer. Well, I've already consulted him about it. Boom. Now she's in a pickle. Now she might try to negotiate. However, if she cheats, you get it all on paper what you want, and you stick to your guns. Don't let her come over. Don't let her give you no coochie. Don't let her sweet talk you getting back together. Once she gives herself, once a woman gives herself to another man, that's intentional.
Yeah,
There's nothing else around that. There's nothing. We was drinking. I ain't never believed that shit since I was a kid. Oh, we got drunk. No, Because I ain't never looking at no coochie and no woman looked at me and be like, oh, we just fell on top of each other. They took their clothes off, hung them up nice and neat, and 10 and 2. What are we talking about? So I think it's a good law because here's what it also does for the economy. Instead of people getting together and figuring out their resources and income, it's going to be just like they did to the black families in the 50s and 60s. Put them both to work. Now there's two separate incomes. There's two separate incomes that's going to pay into the economy instead of me getting married to a woman and we say, oh, we can live off my income, or we going because women are smart today, allegedly. We can live off her income. I stay at home, not saying I'll do it, but that's a way to also build money. That's a way to build resources and revenue because we spend a lot of money going outside, gas, groceries, buying food, buying dumbass clothes, where if we was a unit, but again, I'm speaking old school ways, that somebody can stay at home and mend the clothes and cook the meals, everybody be a lot healthier. But that's just my wish world. Today, everybody gonna be independent, and I'm gonna tell you, tell me if I'm wrong, and I could be wrong. A lot of them look 40 and unders, I say under 45, a lot of niggas gonna be broke when they 55, 65. And the way America going, you might not get no Social Security at all. And when you do get it, it's 67 now. You're going to be damn near ready to ride the white horse. And hopefully you done did enough good work on earth to go to the heaven. If not,
this is the problem. I agreed with what Dapper said in regards to collapsing the economy, because I played it in my head and said, wait a minute. So if you're locking up men and women because they cheated, the state, of course, makes money off of it because they're locked up in prison. And there's going to be less people out working because those people that cheated is locked up. So I can see the collapse in the economy, and I also see the bigger picture. Listen, I see the bigger picture of keeping business as usual, because now that creates more one-parent household, destroying more family. And the real question that I wanted to break into that was, what's the penalty? How long they stay in jail? Is that a felony? Is it a misdemeanor? And how does that incentive change cheating? Will it abolish it? No, but you're gonna be like, wait a minute. If you cheat on your wife, and they listen, if they say if you cheat on your wife, the first offense gets you a year. The second offense gets you 5 years. Nigga, that is going to change the way the game is going.
Yep.
No, it's not. I mean,
yes,
yeah, but not really.
Wait a minute. You're telling me there's a chick so fine that she's worth you doing 5 years in prison?
Yep.
Well, Carl, I don't know if you know this, Carl, but, smoking weed is illegal, and yet millions of Americans do that shit every fucking day. So, again, just because something is illegal, it doesn't mean it's going to stop. People are just going to find better ways to do it.
Hold on. Stop right there. You said smoking weed is illegal?
Yeah.
Federally.
Where?
In the federal government. States have, that's why states vote.
No. Where?
New York.
What you mean? Hold up.
That can't be New York because they got number dispensaries all over the place.
But y'all missing the point. Federally, it is illegal.
It is
but
illegal.
How can it be illegal if you have dispensaries popping up all over the place?
Because you need a card, Carl. Okay, let's.
You don't need a card, but that's why I said.
Hold on, slow down. It is illegal for you to conceal carry a handgun in New York unless you have a permit.
But that's not the same as weed.
It is illegal to smoke weed in the state of New York unless you have.
No, it's not. Not illegal to smoke. It's not illegal to smoke.
No, it's
not illegal to. However,
all right, hold on. So watch this. If
you need to have it all rolled up in the joints.
What happens?
If you got pulled over with a joint in your ashtray, the cop will not lock you up for that joint in an ashtray because he can't.
Again.
He cannot.
But if you get pulled over with more than a quarter ounce, you can go to jail.
You know how about hold on? But you know how many of those motherfuckers are getting out because of the little bit of weed they had?
because of the ruling from that federal level, so many people got released out of prison based on nonviolent crimes surrounding marijuana. Okay, that was retroactive. Now, on top of that, they allowed the legalization because they found ways to make money off of it. If you can't beat them, join them. So this is why a cop can see that you smoking a blunt in front of your house. He can't say shit. I'm telling you, Dap, you can walk up and pass. Dap. It was so Dap.
Yo, New York, New Jersey, all up and down the East Coast, bro. We legal.
Listen, Dap. People,
I'm not ignorant to what you guys are saying. What I'm trying to show you is when weed was fucking illegal, people still smoked it. So when cheating is illegal, people still going to cheat. That was my point.
But this is the catch, though, that you miss. If you are married and your wife got proof you cheated, she can have you arrested.
I didn't miss that, Carl.
And vice versa. That's what was the whole.
And I can prove there was intent to sell. You were getting arrested. It's the same thing, Carl.
But that's the thing. So the new law is not that you cheated, but there's proof that you cheated that can get you arrested. We don't know what's the repercussions as far as how long you're going to be in jail, but we know that's going to be more ammunition to prove in court. It's going to listen. That if your wife can prove that you cheated, not only she's having you arrested, but that's the ammunition for her to get a divorce.
Exactly.
Pay out the ass.
And she has and plus she has it on record. So that's an easy divorce.
And it's vice versa. Don't get it wrong. It's vice versa.
They already have those laws in place except getting arrested. If you can prove that your spouse is cheating, then they can get everything that you own.
Right.
But let me say this about getting arrested. This is where stupid people go get stupid games. You get arrested, you lose your job. So that's going to start a whole new railroad track of your ass just getting behind on your child support, your spouse support, and then you're going to lose your job, so you can't pay it. And the system, modern day slave-minded, slave mentality, slave games, you're going to be going in and out of jail, in and out of court. And you'll never pay that debt off. Never pay that debt off. So if they do a law like that, of course, the white man will be weak. I would have to become a spy. If they do a law like that, I'm going to become a spy so I can catch all these niggas getting locked up. I mean, y'all here cheating, because whoever go cheat, go cheat. Well, and I'm going to get paid. Just $1,500 a case.
Like Travel once said, isn't it better to get stoned? Isn't jail better than getting stoned like they did in the Bible?
No, stone their ass, Travel one. Stone their little dumb decision making ass. Stone.
Jail is a total mind fuck.
Yes, but jail is also a cakewalk for a lot of people. They've been in and out of jail too long. You pay $71,000 a year to house little nug and your cousins, Travel one. So let's stone them a couple times. Not too many, just enough to hit him all over the body with some little small pebbles. BB gun pebble, not no big.
This is the thing that I always find so interesting about people making comments like this. I know you didn't read the Bible, because see, when you read the Bible, if the woman was married and she sleeps with another man, both parties get stoned. Both parties get stoned. See, y'all always keep punishment on men. Both of y'all.
Dapper.
What's up?
No, we know what you're talking. We know what we're talking about.
Both parties don't get stoned.
Bro, you better not go into the goddamn Bible, boy.
Both parties don't get stoned. How much you want to lose? How much you trying to lose?
That's what he said. He said that.
Bro.
How much you trying to lose? What you saying?
We get it. We get it.
Oh. They don't want that Bible. They don't want the Bible justice. Trust me, you don't want Bible justice. You better be happy with what you got now. I would say you supposed to kill your son if you don't listen to you for too long.
Nigga, for you,
let me get this.
Why? Because I know you do the same thing. Nigga, for you, I kill a whole goddamn crew. Why?
The heck is that?
The same thing for you. I kill a whole goddamn crew.
Yo, Evo is like on some gangster shit today.
Evo, number 5, not that one. Evo, the next one, not that one. It's video after that. It's video number 5. It's the one after that.
The one right before, but after.
No, stop confusing. Number 5, the next one that's marked number 5.
Evo on some gangster shit today.
Number 5, Evo.
For you? Whoa.
There was 2 links. You played the first one. Now we're playing the second one. Come on, Evo. TikTok. Number 5. Here we go. So, according to also new laws being passed, the U.S. is expanding their passport revocation for those owing child support. So now, guys, you owe child support, you can't get a passport.
Hold up.
These
What?
women better chill because
They right. Hold up.
Hold up. Support.
Shit gonna bite y'all in the ass.
Now let me say this. Let me say this for clarity.
Keep playing.
I understand that the majority of time when we have conversations dealing with the words child support, we always go straight to the dudes. Guys, there are women that owe child support today.
Yeah, very small percentage though.
So this it doesn't matter.
It ain't that small.
But I'm saying the rule still applies, doesn't matter what gender. So imagine now, a woman can't go with you on a vacation because she owed back child support, but didn't tell you. Imagine, like we was opening up earlier.
We staying home. Shit.
Imagine even if it applied to a gay or lesbian couple, same thing. So it doesn't matter the gender or the sexual preferences. You cannot get a child support, a passport if you owe child support.
But that's not new, Carl. This is a law that's been going on for 20 years. If you over a certain amount, 2,500, I believe, you can't get a passport.
No, if you're over 5,000.
Okay, well, They must have raised the price, but most states, I know some states, Kentucky, maybe Texas,
but this
2,500. You can't get a passport.
This is a federal law written in every airport, every border that they're enforcing now.
Yeah, but they've always enforced it. That's why
they've always enforced that. That's nothing new.
You gotta send in your information. They do a
That's
national search.
That's nothing new.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nothing new because I've traveled plenty of times when I owe child support.
Yeah.
So let me ask you.
I'm sorry. I just want to say this. Without a child support, you can go to Canada, you can go to Puerto Rico, some of the islands, but
okay, so this is the question I got with this because it's not just for information. I got a question, guys. So what would happen? How would you handle getting with a fine-ass chick? Come on, Dapper, fine-ass chick. But she owed back child support. She didn't tell you, and that's why she can't go nowhere with you. How you handling that, bro?
I'm perfectly fine with that. Now we don't gotta go nowhere. I save my bread. Nigga, what the fuck? What I'm gonna do? Take out the country? I'm still gonna get the same pum pum. You ain't gonna suck my dick no better. You ain't gonna ride no better. So we just go Florida.
You are.
Listen, let me explain something about America, bro. You don't have to leave here. America's huge.
Ooh.
You could travel. You could go so many places and have a good time. You don't need to leave America.
No, I did not expect that coming from you, bro. I mean,
what you thought I was gonna do? Pay the child support for her?
not that. But I'm just saying.
Nah, we go somewhere else. Simple.
A woman that she's a fine woman, bro. But you find out she can't get a passport because she owed back child support that she didn't tell you about. So how you handling that, brother?
That's not my problem.
So
I'm being dead honest. That's not my problem.
So 2-part question: are you still going to deal with her, or
that doesn't stop the person she is? You don't know what the situation is.
So will you still travel without her out of country or whatever?
Sayonara.
Okay. That's what I was trying to ask Dapper, but
I'm still going. If I just like this, if I book a trip to Tokyo and you ain't got your passport, what you want me to say?
we're still together. You just can't come. I got you.
You can't come.
I said
I'm out.
You not my girl when you get back.
I'm definitely going.
She ain't gonna ask to come. She gonna ask you why you leaving her. That's what she gonna say.
Exactly. That's the question. That's the main question that's gonna pop up. Why you leaving me? This, that, and other. Because you should have your shit together. I gotta go.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she already knows she can't go. That's why she didn't say nothing. That's why you found.
Now, fellas, remember this is a nuance of the vetting process. Is there any reason why you can't get a passport, or do you have one? That's going to be part of the vetting process between men and women.
But can't that be part of the questions? Couldn't that be part of the questions? Because what do women say all the time on YouTube, all over? I like to travel. If you telling me you like to travel, then next question, do you got a passport? There ain't no special time to ask those type of questions. If we sit down eating, listen, this old body count stuff, that's a YouTube thing, because having niggas that talk about body count ain't getting no ass anyway. But I'm gonna talk about some important stuff. If she likes me, then I'm gonna talk about important stuff. I find out what color you like. I can see what you got on. I can, places you like to go. We're gonna talk about that. People, I don't know why it seems like it's so hard to just ask direct questions today. Because you insinuate some shit, then the first thing they tell you is, well, you didn't ask. No, I got 21 questions. I need to know. If you like dirty niggas, I need to know. But people act like they're afraid to ask questions. But that's how you get the best results. And I expect a woman to ask me a question. And I'll say this last thing.
But then you can't look at it as a bad thing because y'all can work on that.
Yeah, I didn't say it was a bad thing. I'm just saying, but you got to ask the questions though. I'll say this though. If I asked the woman a question and she did not answer it, that was my answer. Exactly. Okay. Now that was a red flag because you avoided it altogether. Man, I got emotional, but I wasn't gonna move too much to try to get to know her until she could prove to me that she was into me.
That makes sense.
48-hour no show is a 48-hour no show. So don't call me after 48 hours. You ain't interested. That's what I feel.
Listen, I had to ask that question because, we have our own desires, our own bucket lists, our own plans. And sometimes, if a person is not honest, you get what I'm saying? And depending on the dynamic, y'all got kids together or y'all got married, whatever the case may be. And that little part, I can't get a passport because I owe $7,000 in child support, $3,000, whatever. You mean to tell me I can't experience something with you because of something you didn't tell me?
Yes.
That's crazy. So that's why I had to ask that 2-part question, because I don't even think our relationship is going anywhere if you kept that part out of it. And then I got to be fair. I got to be fair too, because there are people out here that owe child support and didn't even know they had a child.
What are we
how do you know child support if you don't know you had a child? It doesn't work like that.
Well, it has, because see, when the mother gets a hold of different types of information, let's say she got DNA evidence of yours and ran it and kept the secret that you're not the father, when in fact you are. No, but listen, brother, you got women that took the condom wrapper after you left. Yeah, they do some real sneaky shit.
But Carl, okay, so they do it, right? Are these women filing for child support?
If their back is against the wall, yes.
No, whether they do or not. Most of them, let's just say they do, right? Child support is going to send out a can't and leave. They're going to look for everybody named Carl within the area. She know you. She know your last name. They're going to send it to your last known address. She know your mama's address. She know your cousin's address. Every place you visit with an address, she going to give them that address, and they going to send you a letter. You might even get the letter. but you so mad at her, not saying you, but dudes know. They get that shit, they just don't respond to it. Then they mad when the courts do what they do. You get a letter for child support, the only way that I can vindicate myself, Carl, is that ain't my baby. Oh, now I take a DNA test. Simple as that.
I get that, Coach. I'm very aware of that, but I have seen more than 12 cases right now where the guy didn't even know he had a child.
I don't believe that.
And
I just don't believe it.
I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen.
No. The child is a teenager now.
Okay.
And he did not know that he even had a child because the mother did some shit. Right. The mother did some shit and never told him. And this is why 12, 15 years later, what do you mean I owe back child support? Because she went ahead without him. I'm telling you.
21 wives.
In other words, let me say this, Coach. It's very easy today to get a default judgment when they can't find you.
But that's what they're gonna do anyway. Carl, okay.
They're gonna do anyway.
A woman goes missing with allegedly you meet a woman, she gets pregnant and she just disappears, right? At some point, whenever they say they want to get child support, they're gonna have to go to the court. Who is this ugly man that you got a baby by? It's Coach Ferg, right? So now they're gonna send a letter out to every Coach Ferg in the country. Or where does he live? I know he still live in Alabama. Every Coach Ferg in Alabama go get a letter. Now,
Coach, you are remarried and you live in Canada.
You know what? Okay, and
you don't even know you have a child in the state. By the time you found out, it's too late.
Carl, they send that shit to your job. What you talking about?
Oh, this is funny. They said that, Dapper, you got 20 letters in your glove department.
21 actually.
That is funny.
It's 21. That's why I said 21.
they send it to your job, Carl, because again, if they do that default, you don't show up and you don't respond to those letters, it's going to a national address, whether it's your mama house, your cousin house, the old apartment. And if you didn't forward it,
they even advertise it in the local newspaper. As long as you can show some type of effort of proof of service, that's what I'm saying to you.
So
your friend lied, Carl.
Who still reads the newspaper, bro?
I'm just saying this. No, this is the court law. I'm saying the courts require that you do due diligence, last known address, or newspaper article. If that fails, you win by default. Yeah. And now it's up to the judge to say, I'm going to issue a warrant or whatever. But again, you have no idea this is going on.
But again, Carl, this is the thing, though. This is the thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had to work with a lot of guys. I have to get them to understand, right? Mm-hmm. You know she may have been pregnant somewhere along the way. Most women just don't get pregnant and have no more communication with the dude.
There has been women that does that.
No, they might wait 3 or 4 months and show up with the.
There are women out here.
Okay, it's a few.
And never told the baby father that.
Hold up. But again, most women just don't leave a state. They get pregnant and stop talking to the dude. But we still going to the same places. Hey man, I seen Keisha. She look like she's pregnant. Oh man, that ain't my baby. I ain't talked to Keisha in months. However, the baby gets her. And Keisha, whoever she is, right? She may or may not put you on child support. But as soon as you start thinking you move, man, I'm trying to tell you.
I gotta bring you up to speed a little
bit. If they ever look for you, you better go down there and go down there and get the DNA for yourself.
Coach, there are women in this world, and I'm sure just you can back me up or not. There are women in the world that will have a baby by a man that they don't even know and take off. Listen. They will have the baby for themselves. It has nothing to do with you. And move on like you never even existed. You understand? And it's not till 12, 15, 18 years later, especially when there's a medical situation coming up. Now we got to go back and find this motherfucker. Do you understand that? And this is why I said there's a lot of dudes out here that don't know. And when they do find out, hey, why I can't get a passport? Hey, here's your answer. You didn't know you even had a child, much less a
Say
fucking
good.
order of child support.
So you saying a lot of mamas are going around not even letting their kids know who the daddy is?
They
Well,
are
yeah, they
playing
are.
dumb like a motherfucker.
A lot of
Most
chicks do that.
I'm talking about no name on the birth certificate. I don't know.
But again, if she listen, and this okay,
Let me
there's two
hold on
sides
before
to
you
this.
say that. What law in what state says that you must know who your baby daddy is?
There's no law that says that.
Exactly.
But
So
Carl,
all you have to say is I don't know, and
man,
life moves on.
women know who they sleeping with. She may not know if she don't.
But
It don't matter
Women know
what
who
she
they sleeping.
knows.
Coach,
It
these
doesn't
kids,
matter what
these
she
chicks,
knows.
a
It's
lot
what
of chicks
she
don't
didn't put
care, bro.
down.
I'm not. Listen. I understand that, but they still know who they sleeping with. Now, more than likely, if that was the good-looking one and he got the swag, I'm the simp in it. She gonna put the baby on me, and
Not if
instead
she
of me,
had four. Not if she had 4 or 5 guys run a train on her.
but
She doesn't know.
again, Carl,
What the hell, Paul?
come on,
Bro,
there ain't nobody living like that, Carl. Ain't nobody.
You
living.
don't know.
Oh my God.
America, you live in Canada, Carl.
Listen. I'm trying to give you the best scenarios that has happened over at least 2 decades. There are women that selfishly want the baby and not the man, and they will go to extreme lengths. Hold on. They will go. Listen. They will go through extreme lengths to make sure you don't know about it.
Carl, we understand that, but you moving the goalposts too many times. How do we get to Canada? Now she got a train ran on her car. How many feet?
I'm just giving you scenario. I'm giving you different scenarios of how it has played out.
Well, Carl, none of that would matter. Even if she had a train ran on her, you're still not the father, Carl. It don't matter, and she knows
You
you're
don't
not.
know who the father is if they ran a train.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of the 5.
It's gonna be one of them dudes' DNA,
Carl,
Carl.
that's how it works, Carl. You know, it wasn't immaculate conception. You feel me? So,
Okay.
So, Carl, listen, it might be
15 years later. 15 years later.
Okay, 15 years later. But guess what?
Your son needs a kidney, a liver, or something.
But guess what the guys know? The guys know that they slept with the woman, Carl. These niggas know who they sleep with.
They know who they
Just because they know they slept with, but you're making my point. Just because you know you slept with her, does not mean you know she was pregnant by you.
Carl,
oh my God. On that note, fellas.
You got one more. All right, this is interesting. Let me change it up here. Listen carefully, Dapper, please don't do it. Oh shit!
What I'm saying.
God damn.
Yeah,
all right,
save it for next week, Carl. It's a good question.
We got it. So, final thought time. We ran out of. Okay, brother Just, since you called it, go ahead. Lead us out, brother.
Final thoughts. I ain't got nothing this week, people. Shout out to White School. Shout out to Travel One. We see you. Basically, just live long and prosper. That's all I can say this week. These questions is crazy. That's all I can say. God bless and good night.
That's it. That boy said
Sound like old Russell Simmons. Old Russell Simmons ass.
You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go, Dap. Dap, let's take the mic.
Let me get this mic. All right, now listen, guys, okay? We talk about a lot of controversy on here, and, I love the chat. You guys have a lot of opinions, a lot of things to say, a lot of things to get off your chest. I'm going to challenge you this week, okay? Be the change that you want to see in the world, because in order to change your house, you must first change yourself, and then you can change your house. Once you change your house, you can work on changing your community. You can't change your community unless you change your house. Once you change your community, go ahead and change your city to your state, then eventually the country. But see, the change starts with you. You cannot expect everyone else to be the savior. Sooner or later, someone has to lay on the wire, someone has to build the bridge, someone has to make the sacrifices so that justice actually prevails. Read your Bibles and live long and prosper. Stay dapper, always dangerous. We out. See y'all boys next week.
Hold up, give a shout out. I forgot to give a shout out to Crystal
Lord.
too.
Okay.
I forgot to give a shout out to Crystal, so shout out to Crystal.
She said we need
Oh
something
man,
better.
you got the big head up. Oh man, no man, great conversation. Salute to everybody that showed up in the chat, man. Appreciate the y'all one white school. Who was that? Kwame. I saw her earlier, man.
Yeah,
Salute to
Kwame,
y'all, man. Hey man, we take all the heat. We don't man it. No, but just interesting topics, man. Listen, and I'll just speak in two things. When it comes to the young ones, man, and you come across some money, sit down with them, teach them the importance of how to manage the money over a period of time. Something that can set them up as they get older, man. Just don't give them the money and let them run free and wild with it, because nug them will be over spending up all your hard-earned money. So put some stipulations in it, maybe some accomplishments in life, some life goal, not life dates, when you turn 25, 35, just set it up in stages, which be really important. And, when you go to pick out your new mans, your new women, just have an open conversation. Just be real about what you're trying to say and ask direct questions. Don't beat around the bush. That's how we get a lot of this mess out here now, because the most, I would say, between the 25s and 45s, ain't nobody getting together. Everybody just having sex and making babies and losing passports and going on the run and from handling their responsibilities. But man, I think, here we are, man. Hopefully y'all can figure it out, because I'm aged out the game. I would never get back in that game, man. So salute to you, Evo. Salute to y'all fellas, man. Let's do
it. Salute. Thank you, brothers. I appreciate everybody in the audience, the super chat, the attention, the likes, the subscribe, and very much apologize to Sister Evolutionary, who is the brain of this whole operation, and also our production manager there, owner. She has a clip that we were supposed to get to, which I wanted to get to. So we're going to save that for next Thursday, as well as some more good topics, more challenging topics. I like to switch it up, light, challenging, controversial. And this is how it is in the barbershop. We talk about everything and anything. And this is how men talk. This is how we vibe. We agree. Sometimes we disagree. But it's something for women to learn from. So this way they know how to relate to men better. That's the whole purpose. So salute, stay safe. And hey, I hope everybody learns something from this or take something from it. Have more discussions, all right? So peace out. Bring some friends next time, okay? We love it. Salute. Be safe out there. Thank you, brother.
Oh, wow.
No.
Bye.